Hey, what's up guys? Superman132 Flying again, and we're just gonna have a little bit of a story time this time. I'm gonna have it go over some Halo 5 gameplay, shoddy snipers, with some Xanax and chill from, I don't know who it's from, but it's just really chill. So this is just, the story of when I moved. So I moved last year around June, July-ish, like around middle of July. That's when I moved. Middle of July. So I moved to Florida. A lot of people didn't know that. I grew up in California for 14 years, and it was a hard move. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, for having so many friends, having so many friendships. Like I had friends that I was with since since we were born. Like we were born, a day apart from each other, and just to be taken away. It was hard. It was not easy. It wasn't fun to move, but it was just it was a decision that that us as a family made. So the decision that led up to that was my Uncle Jeff moved to Florida because he had a job offer for what he worked for, and so we decided, hey, why not? Let's move with it. So we said that sounds good to us. So we decided to move, and it may have been, may not have been the greatest move for most of us. Like for me, like for my family, it was a good move. For now, it's a completely good move for everyone. But when I first got to Florida, I was depressed. I had no friends. I couldn't deal with it. I was just a mess. I was a mess. But it turned out that it would be a great thing for us in the long run. So we spent about a month and a half getting ready to move. It was kind of a bummer too, because I just got in my room the way I wanted it to. I just got a new desk, one of those L corner desks. Really nice, had a full nice setup. But the move took a lot out of us, because we moved in the middle of July, like I said. Everything was in a big storage container. Not like, one of those little things, but like the ones that go across country. And we got to Florida. We didn't have a house yet. We were looking for a house still. Well, we had our house, just we hadn't moved into it yet. All the paperwork wasn't done. Everything was just still in renovation at the house, and it wasn't done there. And I'll tell you why. So we moved into a beach house for like the first month or so. All we had was our little carry-ons from the plane, because we didn't want to, we didn't want to drive across the U.S. But all we had was our carry-ons, and the ones that we checked in to carry clothes and such important stuff. Like I took my consoles, you already know, because I was not about to be staying in a beach house with nothing to do, with no friends. But we moved. We were on the beach. It was great. It was just really relaxing. Got a lot of stuff off my mind. I broke up with the girl in California that I was with for 4 months. Killed me. I didn't want to do anything. I never left the house. I never felt like doing anything. But it may have been a bit of an improvement, because I didn't feel like latched on to someone. Like I can kind of expand my horizons, I guess. I don't know. But we had moved to that beach house right in the middle of hurricane season. And our storage container had just gotten to Florida. It's in Miami. We're like, okay, sweet. Now we can, just get ready to move into the house. Wrong. I don't remember what hurricane it was. I think it was like Irma or something like that. But we get this hurricane warning, and my Uncle Jeff and his family, they're like, come on, we gotta leave. This is category 4. It's probably gonna be 3 by the time it gets here, but you never know. So let's just leave. So we said, okay, we'll leave our stuff here and come back after. Sounds like a good plan, right? No, it's not a good plan. It doesn't work out. So we thought, let's go to Georgia. Then we realized, screw that. It's going to hit Georgia too. Just not as hard, but it's going to hit Georgia too. So we had decided Tennessee it is. It was supposed to be a 10-hour drive. 10 hours. Sitting in a car. But it wasn't the worst experiences until we started hitting traffic in Georgia from the people that are leaving Florida. We had to go through Atlanta, which was in the middle of people leaving work. Then we had to get through any Tennessee traffic. We took a bunch of back roads, which I don't know why we did. We stopped a whole lot because Jeff's family decided to be like, hey, let's just, use the bathroom a lot and drink a lot of waters and sodas and iced teas or whatever the heck they drank in their car. But so I'm sitting in the back of the car. I'm like, okay, how much longer do we have? And I look at the GPS and it's like 3 hours. I'm like, sweet. An hour and a half goes by. Look at the GPS again. 3.5 hours. It magically just went up 30 minutes. I was so confused. I didn't know what the heck had just happened. So another hour goes by. I look again. I'm like, okay, 2 hours and 30 minutes left. No. You think that, right? No, it didn't. It wasn't that. I want to know what it was. Really want to know. We had another freaking 15. We had gone for another hour. This drive took us 17 hours of us sitting in the back of cars and stopping consistently, taking back roads for no reason when we had a straight shot. But my uncle decided, hey, let's take a bunch of back roads. It'll be a lot quicker. No. It cost us 7 hours to take all the back roads that we took, to do all the things that we did. But, it was the longest drive of my life. But it turned out really good because we got to Tennessee and we got this really nice log cabin out in the mountains. No one would bug us. We each had our own rooms, except for the boys. Of course, they had to share a room, which wasn't bad because they had a lot of room. The master was upstairs, another master was downstairs. I had my own room, and my girl cousin had her own. So we each had our own thing going on. The greatest part about that, or there's two things. The first was the amazing view of the mountains, which I hadn't seen in forever because I was in Florida for like 4 months before that, before we had to move. So yeah, it was. We were in Florida for 4 months. No mountains in sight. Nothing. No real trees. No pine trees, oak trees. Nothing big. A lot of palm trees though. And that's about all I had seen. I hadn't seen anything really big. Then we go out to Tennessee, and boom, there's a bunch of trees and mountains. It was just amazing. The second best part was that because I was the only one that was willing to bring my console with me, I got the game room that was downstairs. That place was the absolute greatest hangout spot ever. I mean, if I were to have the money, I would absolutely buy that place. Like, full price. Just, boom, lay down a payment, and immediately be like, yeah, I want this house. Like, immediately. It wouldn't even be a second thought. Next to, like, you know, a new car, maybe, and maybe some other stuff. But, I mean, this place was decked out. Big flat screen TV, theater chairs, leather reclining theater chairs. And if you're in Lancaster, it's like the theater on the boulevard. If you're from, you know, here in Florida, I don't know. I don't know if we have theaters like that. But anyway, maybe it's like the AMC or something like that. I don't know. But, I mean, just great chairs. There was a pool table back there. There was a ping pong table, darts. I mean, it was amazing. Like, I honestly stayed down there 90% of the time. I didn't want to deal with my family. I mean, I was in no mood to deal with anyone. Like, when I first moved, man, I mean, there was no room for me to just, you know, do anything. I was so depressed. I was such in a big funk. I didn't want to get out of it. It was too hard for me. But hurricane came by, did its thing. We went back. The house still isn't done yet. So we go and we're looking at our house. We need a new chimney now. We need new roofs. We need new roof panels or whatever. We need new hurricane shutters. And you know what? We're like, okay, we can fix this. So we get it all done. We get it fixed. The only thing left is the chimney, the screen around the pool, because, you know, people out here in Florida know that if you don't have a screen, you're gonna get eaten alive by mosquitoes, which I have before, and it sucks. But so the only thing left to repair is the screen and the roof, or the chimney, whatever it is. So we get the screen fixed. The chimney takes a little bit longer. We get our stuff though, and it is destroyed. My bed. Luckily, all of our instruments had cases on them. A lot of the technology that was in there is messed up. The furniture had black mold on it, and it was a mess. The hurricane got somehow through the, I don't know, what is it, the storage container, and just messed everything up. Like, we literally had to go out and buy a new bed for me. We had to go get a new bed for the guest room. We had, you know, it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. It's like, Florida just kicked our butts. There was no stopping it. There was none. There's no stopping that. There's just no way. But, so, pretty much that's about it for me moving. There's nothing more to really talk about. I mean, I guess you know what? I can tell you this. So, first day of school. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you this in a brief 2 minutes. First day of school, I walk in and I'm thinking I'm not going to know a single person. I walk into my Spanish class. First day of school, sophomore year. Not senior year, I'm junior. But I walk in, sophomore year. And my Spanish class, I see this one guy, he's wearing Yeezys. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in a school full of rich kids and D-bags. But I was always really depressed. I always had saggy eyes. I was always, you know, really not into it. I still kind of am a little bit depressed now. Don't tell nobody though. But I walk in there, I'm sitting next to this guy with the Yeezys. And I kind of looked at him a little closer. I was like, those are fake. I didn't say that, but they were fake. And I'm sitting there, and he looks at me, and I'm still wearing my sunglasses. I haven't taken them off yet. And he's like, dude, only douchebags wear sunglasses inside. Take them off. And I was like, you know what, dude? That's why your shoes are fake. That's why your shoes are freaking fake. That's why they're not real. That's why you paid probably like $30 for them. Yeah, like I snapped on him. I got on him. That kid is now my best friend in Florida. He, like, literally our friendship is pretty much based on insults. Not even like our friendship started like that. He called me a douchebag. I called him out on his fake shoes, and that's how our friendship started. It literally was that freaking simple, and it was great. I loved it. I love that's how our friendship started. And so I don't know how long we've known each other, since like September of last year, or something like that, or June, July. I don't know when we started school, like August, mid-August. Yeah, I don't know, but that's how our friendship started. It was great. I had no regrets about it. So we've been friends for, excuse me, I'm yawning, give me a second. We've been friends for a year now. Anyway, that's the move-in story and what happened during the hurricane and why I didn't post for such a long time. I thought you guys would like to know. Thank you guys for watching this video. Peace!